Ladies and gentlemen, we will now resume tonight's program. Again, tonight's host, Michael York.
Thank you very much. How was that meal? Was that good? Yeah, nice. How about a hand for all the wait staff and servers tonight? They do a great job. All right, we are live from the East Coast home of the Mouse. Just a short thrill ride from Disney World. We're right off the back lot of Universal Studios. I'm excited that we're at the Rosen Shingle Creek Resort, and this is the 2018 NIADA Leadership Awards. So glad you're here. Each year, NIADA recognizes outstanding leadership in your association, from the presentation of Eagle Awards to naming another inductee into the Ring of Honor, the Cox Automotive Community Service Award, CPO Dealer of the Year, and of course, student scholarships. So at this time, it seems most appropriate to recognize tonight's banquet sponsors, the National Auto Auction Association and Northwood University. And of course, the sponsor of the NIADA President's Ring, Black Book Automotive. Also, underwriting this year's NIADA Foundation scholarships, including the NIADA Northwood University Scholarship, Cox Automotive. And now would you please welcome SVP, Senior Vice President of Inventory Solutions Marketplace for Cox Automotive, Mr. Patrick Brennan.
Thank you, everybody. Good evening. I'm so excited to be here tonight, surrounded by such a passionate group of current and future leaders who are committed to the industry we all care deeply about. The automotive industry would not be where it is today without people like you driving its success through innovation, education, and the ability to adapt to ever-changing business and consumer needs. One of the great joys of being in automotive is its rich history of families being involved in the industry and watching as businesses are passed from generation to generation. Tonight, we are here to be inspired by those in the next generation of automotive leaders who are poised to make a mark in our dynamic industry. Cox Automotive is proud to have been involved with the NIADA Foundation and Northwood University for more than 10 years. And we are excited to partner with the NIADA once again on its scholarship program for Northwood University. The students that will be recognized tonight have accomplished outstanding academic achievements, contributed to their schools and communities in meaningful ways, and demonstrated leadership qualities. Let's all take a moment to recognize the hard work these students have put forth and wish them much success as they pursue their future goals, their dreams, and their passions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Patrick. Each year, the NIADA Foundation has proudly invested in 4 young men or women who've displayed outstanding abilities in education. And again this year, with the assistance of Cox Automotive, these students will receive a scholarship to the college or university of their choice. Also each year, a scholarship has been awarded to a current outstanding student to continue on at Northwood University. This year's scholarship is named the NIADA Foundation Cox Automotive Scholarship to Northwood University. The competition for all students is judged by our friends at Northwood, who narrowed the field of competitors down to just 4 candidates, representing each one of NIADA's 4 regions, as well as selecting the ultimate winner of the Northwood Scholarship. Please welcome, from Northwood University, the chairman of the Automotive Marketing Department, Mr. L.G. Bright.
Once again, the eyes of the retail automotive world are on this event today in Orlando. It is extremely gratifying as a university that educates young people to see the mentors and ability and engagement represented in this room. Each and every retailer here has said a word of encouragement, given some type of affirmation that makes it extremely, extremely valuable to the young people that come after us. To the regional nominees, this year was very strong. We saw the ability, the aptitude, the academic achievement, and you'll hear some stories tonight, their extracurricular, sports and arts and unique abilities. And for that winner from Northwood University, you will be amazed. Thank you so much for what the independent auto dealers do in the communities and with mentoring the young people that come after. We are truly grateful as Northwood University to be partnered both with the NIADA and the affiliative partners. It is extremely important. God bless each and every one of your businesses, and may you continue to have success in the coming year. Thank you.
Thank you, LG. And now to assist me in honoring our 2018 Scholarship Award winner and the region winners, if you would once again join me on stage from Cox Automotive, Mr. Patrick Brennan, and the president of NIADA Foundation, Mr. Steve Jordan. Each year we're introduced to young people from all across the country, from towns and cities large and small, and in each case they're obviously outstanding students, but what we see over and over again is that what happens outside the classroom is so much of what speaks to their achievements and sets them apart. Their talents and skills, their resolve, their ambition, creativity, and spirit of giving and sharing their time, an overall commitment to a level of excellence in whatever it is they do, and so much more that make them an asset to really any school where they choose to continue their education. So, this year's Region Scholarship recipients from Region 1, Marina Bechet, Severn, Maryland, and Marina's choice of college is Princeton University. How about a hand for Marina? From Region 2, Gabriel Culbreth from Troutman, North Carolina. Gabriel will be attending the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. From Region 3, Maxwell Martini, Corpus Christi, Texas, and Maxwell is headed to College Station in Texas A&M. And from Region 4, Kyle Sherrick, Ravensdale, Washington. Kyle's choice is Seattle University. And the NIADA Foundation Cox Automotive Scholarship is awarded to Chelsea Mallams of Michigan. Chelsea, would you join us on stage? We're going to ask Chelsea to hold right here while everyone takes the pictures. Chelsea grew up around the car business as both of her parents work in the industry. Her father is a technician, her mother as a store leader. Over the summer months and during school breaks, Chelsea works at a local dealership, Cartwright, in Redford, Michigan. Chelsea is a rising sophomore majoring in automotive marketing and management, where she's been recognized as a member of the Student Honor Roll, making the Dean's List each and every semester. She is actively involved in volunteer work, a member of Alpha Gamma Delta and Student United Way. Chelsea also has plans to tutor in Northwoods Learning Center next spring. Chelsea also has some special guests in the audience. So glad you're here with us tonight. Would you please stand? Chelsea, congratulations. We wish you much continued success. And congratulations on being awarded the NIADA Foundation Cox Automotive Scholarship to Northwood University. And we congratulate all of our scholarship winners, and a special thank you to Northwood University for again judging this year's competition. Thank you, Patrick and Steve. So at this time, I would like to call the 2017-2018 Chairman of the Board for NIADA for the installation of officers, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Billy Threadgill.
Good evening. Hope everybody's enjoyed the meal. If I could have all the attending the new board come up as I call your name to the stage, to the stairs on the left. Please come forward. Chairman David Andrews, President Andy Gabler, President-elect Henry Mulinax, Senior Vice President Lou Tedeschi, Secretary John Cousins, Treasurer Gordy Tormelin, Region 1 Vice President Dan Reel, Region 2 Vice President Michael Darrow, Region 3 Vice President Scott Allen, and Region 4 Vice President Joe McCluskey. It is with great pride and honor to officially install the officers of the NIADA. Gentlemen, you have been chosen by your fellow members to faithfully serve this association with all of your wisdom, talent, and capability. The coming years will bring trials and challenges, but it can also bring great victories for this association and your own businesses if you choose to do the work you've been elected to do. Your election by your fellow members is a great honor, and it is likewise a great responsibility not to be taken lightly. You were elected because your fellow members had trust and faith in your decision-making abilities. I urge you to fulfill that trust and faith diligently as you serve your fellow members, your industry, and your families in this position of authority. If you agree on these conditions of faith and trust, please signify by saying, "I do." Thank you, and congratulations to each and every one of you as you move ahead this year to achieve your goals for this great association. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the new officers of the National Independent Automobile Dealers Association.
How about one more hand for this distinguished group? It's always great every year to get together here as time passes and the years go by. It's an inevitable part of life that some of the people who have been with us, been a part of this association in some way or another, sadly leave us, passing away. And while it often isn't easy to keep track of some of these individuals who maybe haven't been active in recent years or haven't attended conventions maybe in a few years due to health or other reasons, since we last were together in Las Vegas a year ago, we've lost 3 people who were a very special part of this great association and were great friends to many of us here. So I wanted to take just a moment to recognize those individuals this evening. First of all, from the Carolinas, Rayford Troutman. Mr. Troutman was a longtime supporter of his local as well as his national association. In 1988, he was named National Quality Dealer of the Year, and he was also a past president both of his state association and this association. From the state of Georgia, Billy Graham. Billy passed away suddenly just last month. He was a 2-time state president of his association, a member of the NIADA Executive Committee, and a great friend to all who knew him. His attitude and love for life made him someone special we just loved being around. In 1999, the executive director of the Carolinas Association became the new CEO, came from the Carolinas to Texas to lead NIADA, and with him came his wife. For the next decade and a half, she would serve as First Lady of this association. Nancy Lynn was the epitome of style and grace, and we all miss her very much. To all of those we have lost over the past year, we love and appreciate them as our friends, our family, and as a part of the rich history of this association that we will always remember. And now, I'd like to bring up the 2017-2018 president of NIADA. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. David Andrews.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate that very much. Great time to be at Shingle Creek Resort. I would like to personally thank and welcome each one of you for joining us at the 2018 NIAD Annual Leadership and Awards Banquet. Your attendance at this convention is a testament to the dedicated membership we enjoy. NIADA is dedicated to serving its membership, and I am humbled to have been your 2017-2018 president. Serving as your president has not only been an honor, but has allowed me to represent an industry and the people that I love and I've dedicated my life's work to. NIADA is comprised of some of the top and most progressive dealers in the industry. My role as president was made easier being surrounded by excellence from you. The executive committee, the services board, the foundation trustees, legislative committee, buy here, pay here commission, strategic planning commission, the state associations, and the many task forces. The orchestration required to keep all these groups accountable is something the NIADA staff does seamlessly and exceptionally. So I want to thank Steve Jordan and Angela Ledbetter for the awesome working relationship we have. These guys did a great job. Let's give it up for them. I want to thank Sean Peterson for joining our team, moving his family from Ohio and helping us with political affairs and legislative agenda. Way to go, Sean. So think about this, a bunch of used car dealers. With his help, we were able to bring the U.S. Representative and Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, to Dallas and raise $200,000 for our PAC Foundation. What a great job. So here's a really important part. A special thanks goes out to my wife, Mary Ann, for supporting me and the additional time this took away from being at home. About midway through my term, I was mad about something in Memphis. I said, you know, I'm going to run for city council in Memphis. I'm going to fix this. She goes like, let me tell you something. You're not doing anything else until you finish this term as NIADA. I said, you sure? I'm sure, I got it. Okay, so maybe that changes tonight. But needless to say, I put the city council on hold. But here's the deal. We got to get past the idea that we can't change things and make our society better. We need to be the agents of change. If it's not us, then who is it? It's us. So I'll take a moment right now and recognize Cindy Graham. We lost Billy Graham, our close friend, association executive, past president of the Georgia Association in May. And Billy's life was great. His personality was bigger than this room, and we all loved him, and I miss this guy every day. But he's as alive in my heart today as ever. So Cindy, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. And thank you, Billy Graham, for being a part of my life. Rest in peace. NIADA, along with state associations, are dependent upon not only your membership, but your active support and participation. Varying perspectives and engaged people actively involved in our organization pushes our industry to continuous improvement. As in any business, professional agility is key. We must be willing to adapt to change to remain relevant and profitable in a changing market. Getting involved is one of the most rewarding opportunities available to you as an NIADA state member and association member. I encourage each of you to be involved at the local, state, and national levels. Within the last 12 months, NIADA has been hard at work to grow our membership. We are proud to share that our membership is now over 16,000 members. Great job, team. That would not have been possible without the hard work and dedication of so many people. Additionally, we established the NIADA Disaster Relief Fund, along with major contributing partner, Spirion, after Hurricane Harvey and Irma, and we raised $180,000 to went to members of our association that were hit by these hurricanes. What a great job. Okay, so here's the big one. In addition to that, NIADA also acquired the National Alliance of Buy Here, Pay Here Dealers. Ken Shilson, thank you very much for joining us. This is great stuff, guys. So all of these combined efforts bring us here to host the 72nd annual NIADA convention. I'm glad there's somebody older than me. 72nd annual NIADA convention and first ever combined NIADA NABD mega convention. We are proud of our continued accomplishments for you. I look forward to sharing and coming up accomplishments under your new president's leadership. I know you will join me in congratulating Mr. Andy Gabler on his appointment as your new NIADA president. Throughout the next year as chairman, I will continue to work closely with Andy and the executive committee. I cannot thank everyone enough for your support and kindness. Although I extend my farewell to you as NIADA president, and it's been awesome. I pledge to continue to work for the betterment of our great industry. And I will leave you with my favorite quote from one of my favorite car guys. I used it when I became president. I'm going to use it going out. Henry Ford, whether you think you can or cannot, you're always right. And folks, I know we can. This is a great association. It's been a great honor to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Andrews. And now for the presentation of the President's Award. Please welcome Vice President and North American Auction Director of Black Book Automotive, Mr. Tim West. Tim.
Thank you, and congratulations, David. What a wonderful year. A lot of accomplishments there. You should be proud. Please join me in welcoming to the stage incoming President Andy Gable. It's always a pleasure to represent Black Book, NIADA, and the entire industry in presenting the President's ring, and this year is certainly no exception. As we know, this is a volunteer position. Did they tell you that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, they said they were going to double my salary.
Okay. Well, we have many all-star volunteers and past presidents, and I thought if I could tonight take the liberty of just recognizing those people, David, and certainly the people that came along before him. It is a volunteer position, and we should all recognize that and appreciate their accomplishments. So if you would allow me to ask them to stand and recognize our applause. If you're a past president, please stand. Thank you. I've known Andy for many years, and I know that he's ready to stand amongst these men and women and have a wonderful year, and he's ready for this position. He's been volunteering for many years, and I want you to know, Andy, that you have our unwavering support for this coming year, and I'm proud to present you with the President's ring.
Good evening. Thanks, Tim, and thanks, Black Book, for this beautiful ring and their continued support to our association and our industry. I am truly honored to be elected as your president of NIADA. Early on, automobiles seemed to be part of my DNA. I grew up tearing things apart and putting them back together, driving my parents just a little bit crazy. At 16, I enrolled in tech school to become an auto mechanic. I graduated near the top of my class and went on to open my own garage. It was a family member who encouraged me to try to start selling cars. I wasn't so sure about that, but within a year, I'd worked myself into the finance office, special finance soon after that, and found out this was perfect for selling used cars, which I realized was my true passion. I was hired by a large multi-line franchise store to be a used car manager. I felt that I was finally home. A few years later, my wife and I were expecting our first child, and suddenly those 12-hour work days and an hour commute to and from work led us to the biggest decision we ever made, to take what little money we had and open our first independent store. When we opened Lakeside Auto Sales almost 18 years ago, I found very quickly that banks don't just sign up or give you money for a floor plan right out of the gate. If not for my friends in the business who helped me with a few cars and the help of family, no way would I be here today. In those early years, I learned how to be a buyer, salesperson, notary, lot attendant, janitor, but I loved every single minute of it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. We built a brand new facility and moved the business in 2006. Over the years, we bought an old Dodge dealership and later on a franchise store. Today, we run 2 independent stores and a franchise operation. I truly believe that with faith and determination, we entrepreneurs can do just about anything if we put our minds to it. It's funny, being a used car dealer for almost 5 years now has reassured me one thing. I love the used car business. There's no big brother to tell you when, where, how you have to sell anything. Not to mention the profits are a lot better. I've seen some amazing advances in our organization. You and I and dealers everywhere have a voice in Washington today. One that's making a huge impact on the laws and policies affecting our businesses every day. I know it can be tough to get excited about legislative issues, but when you see firsthand the impact that NIADA and its members have in that arena, it's pretty remarkable. We have made a difference on tax reform for dealers, on the CFPB's arbitration rule and auto lending guidance, and on so many other issues. This association has made some great allies in Washington, with legislators on both sides of the aisle. If you've been to our National Policy Conference in Washington, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, I challenge you to make the effort to be there and make your voices heard louder in Washington, D.C. Working on these issues takes resources and money. That's where the NIADA PAC comes in, and where you can make a huge difference. Think about this. If every NIADA member gave just $100, we would have $1.5 million in our PAC fund, and that could help make a huge impact in Washington. That's only one part of what NIADA is doing for the independent dealers. NIADA now has a vibrant and growing CPO program, allowing independents to get in on the fastest growing segment of the used car market. And of course, dealer education. With a brand new certified dealer, master dealer program, NIADA's 28 groups, a new series of workshops and seminars, and the recent acquisition of the National Alliance of Buy Here, Pay Here dealers. NIADA is positioned today as a major force in advancing the causes of independent dealers everywhere. Finally, I'd like to thank my wife, Ann, who believed in me when I didn't always believe in myself, and my 2 sons, Michael and Joey, who were always there to encourage me. Michael's out of the country, he couldn't be here tonight, but Ann and Joey are. Will you 2 please stand? I'd like to thank Steve Jordan and the entire NIADA staff for the countless hours they put in and the fantastic job they do for us and this association every day. Would you please stand and be recognized? And the rest of the staff. We have more staff members here. Stand up. I would also like to thank the members of the Executive Committee who gladly volunteer their time and their leadership. Would you all please stand? You guys have truly become like family. We've been together for years, and I can't imagine doing any of this without you guys. To echo what Michael and David had said earlier, this executive committee will truly miss Billy Graham and all that he added to this association and to each and every one of us fortunate enough to be around him. I could ask for a moment of silence to honor him, but for Billy, I think it is more fitting that we give him another round of applause. For you, Billy Graham, he will be greatly missed. I am excited about the year ahead, and thank you again for trusting me to represent me as your president. I welcome the opportunity, and thank you.
All right, congratulations, Mr. President. I know you're going to have a terrific year. This has been a banner year, as you've already heard, for new members being added to the ranks of the association, and we have several very special membership awards to present tonight. So we're going to ask Mr. President to stand by here. Obviously, membership's vital to any organization, any industry, certainly any association, and that is most certainly true for NIADA, the always changing automotive industry. So these individuals are being recognized for their leading roles in bringing new members in a huge way, ultimately bringing new ideas and a new wave of future leaders that you'll be hearing about. So we will now recognize your NIADA Crystal Eagle Award winners. As I call your name, please join your new president on stage and remain for a group photo. If you'll come up this side of the stage right over here. And here we go. From the Carolinas, Darla Boer, Deal Depot. Kim Bradshaw, First Nations Auto Sales. Marshall Perry, Marshall's Used Cars. Michael Threadgill, Vans Auto Sales. Will Davis, G&B Auto Sales. Steve Wetmore, McAdenville Motors. Daryl Jackson, Crown Auto Sales and Finance. Steve Matthews, Matthews Motors. Kevin Pendergrass, Carolina Auto Sales of Myrtle Beach. Sounding a little weak out there, come on. There you go, okay, all right. From the state of Georgia, Dennis Pope, People's Financial. And from Texas, Ahmed Belmeshkin, New Rio Grande Motors, and Wayne Meager, MD Auto Sales. How about a hand for this group? Plastic. Not. We give him one more hand on the way down. Congratulations to all our Crystal Eagle recipients. Thank you, Mr. President. And now to present the NIADA Cox Automotive Community Service Award, please welcome back to the podium from Cox Automotive, Mr. Patrick Brennan.
Hey, thank you again. It's nice to be back up here one more time, so thank you. I'm in great company today, and it's an honor to be here among this group of leaders to present the 2018 NIADA and Cox Automotive Community Service Award presented by Manheim. This award recognizes an independent dealership for its outstanding contributions to its community and the innovative and meaningful ways the dealership collaborates with community partners to help further their missions. That's a lot to digest, but when you think about it, the criteria represents a legacy that I dare say pays it forward. On behalf of all of us at Cox Automotive, I'd like to congratulate this year's nominees for demonstrating how every person, every organization, every day can make a difference when it comes to serving their communities. Turning words into action, that's how more than 34,000 team members at Cox Automotive help shape a better world. Our business is closely tied to the communities that we serve. The belief that being a good community citizen is good business remains one of our strongest values, and it plays out in a variety of different ways, from philanthropic grants to in-kind donation to employee volunteer hours. We know that the communities we serve are stronger, and our business is stronger as well when we collaborate with others to address human needs. Whether it's the volunteer effort of thousands of Cox Automotive team members, partnerships with organizations that advance diversity and inclusion, or support for programs that provide food, shelter, and opportunity for millions of our neighbors, we tackle big problems by leveraging the power of people who care. Today, I'm here to make a point that each of you and each of us can do something, that doing business can't be separate from doing the right thing. The intangible benefits alone, such as pride, satisfaction, and accomplishment, are worth reasons to get involved. But more importantly, when we share resources, time, and talents, we solve problems, strengthen communities, improve lives, connect to others, and transform our own lives. As we celebrate the finalist and the winner of the NIADA and Cox Automotive Community Service Award presented by Manheim, I hope that you have an aha moment. There's a strong business case to be made for making community service a priority, and at the same time knowing you work for an operation that helps pay it forward to those who come after us. Getting involved and making a difference is the common thread that binds us all. And this year's winner of the NIADA and Cox Automotive Community Service Award clearly embodies this philosophy. Selected from an impressive list of deserving nominees, this dealership distinguished itself in service by understanding the importance of giving back and caring for the people and the neighborhoods in their community. Among this dealership's many accomplishments are supporting area students through helping fund the Big D scholarships and the Baileyton United Methodist Backpack for Kids program, which provides weekly snacks for children in need. They have supported families in their community by providing Christmas gift donations, donating to their local food bank, and in an extraordinary example, they raised $20,000 in the Cruisin' for Scotty event to help a family recover or cover unexpected medical expenses. In addition, this dealership and its employees have selflessly dedicated time to activities supporting civic organizations such as Relay for Life, the Zach Henry Benefit, and many, many more. And finally, the owner of this impactful dealership is now developing the Parkside Outreach Program at the Baileyton United Methodist Church, which will provide emergency supplies for families affected by disasters, snacks and supplies for children in need, and food to stock the food pantry. Clearly, this dealership's genuine love, compassion, and generosity in supporting their community can serve all of us as a guidepost. Throughout the years, this dealership has been recognized for its comprehensive, heartfelt community outreach, and now it's our turn. So, on behalf of Cox Automotive and its more than 34,000 team members, I am proud to recognize and congratulate this year's winner of the NIADA and Cox Automotive Community Service Award presented by Mannheim, to A&D Motors from Arab, Alabama, for their leadership in making a difference through community service. A&D will receive $10,000 to donate to charities or charities of their choosing. Please congratulate me in welcoming to the stage Jennifer Gant, owner of A&D Motors, and some of her team members that came in from Northern Alabama, this year's winner of the NIADA Cox Automotive Community Service Award.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I'd like to thank Cox Automotive in Mannheim tonight for your generous donation. There are so many deserving dealerships out here, and in this room tonight, I am so blessed to be here accepting this award on behalf of A&D Motors. But I would also like to recognize my late husband, Don Gant. He's the one that started this dealership, and he started it to help those in need. It's a great honor to carry on his legacy by giving back to our community. I can't say enough great things about my team at A&D Motors. We are truly one big extended family. It doesn't matter what the need is, they are right there beside me asking, how can I help? What do you need us to do? Day or night, it doesn't matter, they're there. I'm blessed to have each one of them on my team. So tonight, I say congratulations to all my team at A&D Motors on a job well done. I would also like to thank the NIADA for all your support to the independent dealers. By giving us the tools that we need to be successful, we are able to reach out and make a positive impact in our community. In closing, I would like to leave you with one of my favorite quotes, and you'll hear it often around A&D Motors, and it simply says, to reach out and help someone is an awesome day, but to reach out and help many is an awesome life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patrick, and congratulations, Jennifer, to you and your team. In 2008, this association launched the NIADA Certified Pre-Owned Program. This new award, in only its second year, is again being presented this evening to the Certified Pre-Owned Dealer of the Year, recognizing the best of the best, those dealers from across the country who have excelled in offering this program to their customers. This award is presented based on quality of dealership operations, vehicle certification process, volume of CPO vehicles sold, as well as the dealer's commitment to providing a better product and higher level of service to their customers and to their community. Making tonight's presentation, please welcome the Executive Vice President of Warrantech, Mr. Chris Murphy, Sr.
Thank you. Good evening. Actually, this is our third year for the CPO program, so I'm a second recipient. I'd like to take a moment to thank our host, Steve Jordan, and the NIADA for such a great event. That concert the other night was fantastic. So, Steve, thank you. The members, appreciate it. Okay, looks like we're doing this on our own. So each year I'm given the honor of a little problem with the teleprompter, so phone, thank you. So each year I'm given the honor of presenting the NIADA CPO Dealer of the Year Award. And with that honor, I get the opportunity to learn a little bit about the recipient, which I've always enjoyed. This year we have a dealer that has an amazing story to tell. 35 years ago, with a small loan and a set of Craftsman tools and a dental hygienist toolbox, believe it or not, because that's all they could afford, Charles and Kim Kreitz opened Kreitz Auto Repair. After several years of hard work, determination, and success, they expanded the operation and began selling a few cars here and there. After a while, this led to an opportunity with U-Haul, becoming a top 100 dealer out of 10,000 dealers. Think about that for a second. And not only did they become a top 100 dealer out of 10,000 dealers, but they did that for 13 straight months in a row. That's quite impressive. Great job. Well, they were pretty good at that, so they figured they'd continue to do that for about 14 years. And after 14 years, they expanded their business yet again, and with their sons, Charlie, Corey, and their wives, Laura and Whitney, Kreitz Family Auto continued to take their dealership to whole new levels. Customized trucks, service department expansion from 3 bays to 8 bays, and a heart and desire expanded into the community that's second to none. If you look at the dealership, Charles and Kim have created something that is quite inspiring. A family-owned and run business that employs over 40 people, projects the work ethic, pride, love, and passion that these folks have for their family and community around them. Charles and Kim had a vision and the support of each other. But as they told me the other day, it took a team to accomplish all that they have done throughout the years. Proud of their family and their team, as they should be. You can read about the impact that they've had on the community and their customers just by going online. I've seen a lot of reviews, and I haven't seen a bad one. All positive reviews. The common theme from all their customers' reviews was that we are treated like family, and they could feel the passion and care that all the employees of Kreitz Auto put into their work. That's quite an inspiring story, and it's quite an inspiring family. So it gives me great pleasure to present to you the 2018 NIADA CPO Dealer of the Year, Kreitz Auto.
Well, I want to thank the NIADA for having us here, and I see a lot of great people here. I see a lot of, young folks here from the generations to come, as our president talked about. That's awesome. I have 2 back here that their first time to go to an auction in Manheim, Pennsylvania, that was their dream. Dad, I want to go. I said, well, we're going. We went after a holiday. We snuck around a little bit through the security. And I wasn't as well known there, kind of as today. And I tell you what, the dream that I had, the vision, going through the recession, and the hardships that we went through with our family, and to be here today amongst a lot of great people. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We've had a lot of help. We belong to ATI out of Baltimore. We're in a 20 group there, Mastermind. And our hunger and our desire to survive, the passion, it was there. And I can't say enough for my family, my 2 sons, and all the folks. I want to tell you, I'm a little passionate, and I'm sorry, but from Manheim, Pennsylvania, I have to, Joey Hughes, Kevin Gantz, Randy Durr, and the whole Cox family has been wonderful to our family. I can't say enough for all the tools and the education that they have provided us. It's been a great relationship. In our home, so our home auction is Baltimore Wash with John Erickson. We're treated with respect, and we get that from everybody. And but our dream, when it came true, from my family being behind me and my sons, and I'd like to have my older son Charles come up and talk. I do have to sometime turn over the reins, which it's a little hard to do, but you know that next generation that's upon us, we got to instill it, we got to take it, and we got to let them lead this thing. So I'm going to turn it over to him and say some things here. But I do thank you very, very, very much, and our new president, congratulations. Thank you very much. I appreciate being here. Thank you.
So real quick, I just wanted to thank NIADA. Their certified program has been outstanding for us. I remember the day a year and a half ago, Mike Sims came in. Hopefully many of you got the chance to meet him. He's a really, really outstanding guy. And I got back with my family and said, you know, I met a really good guy today, and I think, you know, this is going to be a really good thing for us. And, you know, fast forward a year, we're standing here. We did get Certified Pre-Owned Dealer of the Year, so we really appreciate that. We have our agents, Prestige Auto Finance. They've helped us a lot too. Joe and Steve have came along and really fine-tuned and helped our staff. We also got to thank our staff. We have a staff of 50 that we couldn't be there, you know, without them for what we do now. So again, I want to thank the NIADA. Hopefully all you guys can learn more about the program. It's a really, really great program. If you guys look into it, you're not going to go wrong. So again, thank you guys. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris, and congratulations, Charles, Kim, and the family there. At this time, for the presentation of the coveted NIADA Ring of Honor, please welcome CEO of NIADA, Mr. Steve Jordan.
Thank you, guys, and thank you to the Kreitz family. You guys are awesome. Well deserving of that award, and certainly to Warren Tech and to Chris Murphy. I mean, can we give a round of applause again to Chris Murphy? I mean, to pull those remarks out on your iPhone when the teleprompter fails, like with a heartbeat, I mean, he's like a ninja up here. That was impressive. Good job, Chris Murphy. But from time to time, NIADA selects a person or persons from within the automobile industry to receive NIADA's highest allied industry award, the Ring of Honor. These men and women who have dedicated their careers to the industry, always giving of their time and resources and experience to improve the image of the automotive industry and assisting its dealers. This year's inductee will be the 30th such individual to be inducted into this circle of honor and prestige. Our inductee tonight received his bachelor's degree from Florida State University in Government Affairs and International Affairs, and studied economics at the University of Basel, Switzerland, under the prestigious Rotary Foundation Ambassadorial Scholarship Program. And I do have to say, by the way, that when I was the Florida Independent Auto Dealers Executive Director, this guy was one of the first people to pick up the phone and call me and welcome me to the team. And we became fast friends from there ever since. And as an entrepreneur at heart, he has a passion for public-private business ventures that bring a common sense, small business approach to complex bureaucratic processes. And if you've ever dealt with the Department of Motor Vehicles, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He is the founder and president of Auto Data Direct in Tallahassee, Florida. It's a Florida-based company formed in 1999 as a result of his vision of providing web-based real-time access to the Florida Department of Highway Safety Motor Vehicle Database to qualified business entities. The primary goal was to enhance the accuracy of compliance-related business functions by providing an electronic process that minimized the opportunity for human error. And since that time, he has led the company to expand its services to provide business tools for automobile dealers, issuing metal plates, issuing temporary tags, and electronic registration. Certified mail letters for towing companies, issuing notice of claim of lien letters. I could go on and on and on about the various letter tools for other industries and all of its components. The company's success is based on his philosophy of ensuring high-quality business solutions delivered with exceptional customer service. In 2009, he led Auto Data Direct to become the first U.S. Department of Justice approved provider of consumer and corporate access to the NIMVIDIS database, and later that year, it became the first consolidator of information for junk, salvage, and insurance businesses to report to the NIMVIDIS database. His positive working relationship with both government and industry leaders has resulted in the company's expansion nationally. Today, it contracts with 35 states to provide real-time motor vehicle information to DPPA qualified customers. Its certified letter for service tow wrecker operators is approved in multiple states, and it is the sole provider for Georgia and Tennessee's state NIMVIDIS reporting program for the junk, salvage, and insurance industries. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to ask you to please join me in congratulating our newest inductee to the NIADA Ring of Honor, founder and president of Auto Data Direct, Mr. Jim Taylor. Jim.
Oh my, boy, it's bright up here. You know, Steve was reading that, and it sounded like a company that had ADD, which happens to be the acronym of our company. But I'm just very, very, very honored at this award, and I want to thank Steve. I want to thank Chairman David Andrews and incoming President Andy, the board, and all the members for this tremendous award. There are some very distinguished people here tonight that have won this award before me, and unlike Tim West, I won't have you stand and embarrass yourselves again, but there really are some phenomenal people here, and I'm somewhat embarrassed to be here at the podium, and I'll tell you why. One reason is that how can you get an award for something that you love to do and get an award for something that you're so passionate about? And as you just heard from the Kreitz family, this is a family-based industry, and my company was founded with family members. And it was really, it's been a God thing, the success of my company, and let me kind of tell you a little bit about that. I had a wonderful wife, Judy, and two beautiful children, Alex and Sarah, that helped start the company. They would stuff envelopes for direct mail and put stamps on postcards. And then I had my younger brother, Ben, co-founded the company with me, and he still works with us today. I have two other brothers, Matt, who does all of our marketing and creative design, and we are just blessed to look like we're this very huge company, but it's because of his creative expertise and able to make us look good. And then my oldest brother has always been a mentor and an example for me, and he's here with me tonight, my brother Sid. And but that's just kind of the beginning of the blessings. The biggest blessings of all were my two wonderful parents, Don and Caroline. And I grew up about 10 miles that direction, and it's a little town called Gotha, Florida. And Gotha had the last two-room schoolhouse in Orange County. Now, if you can imagine, this was the late 1960s, a two-room schoolhouse, and my mom taught the first, second, and third grade, and the principal taught the fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. It's kind of amazing how rural Orange County was in the late 60s. My father, Don, worked 3 miles that direction at a company called Martin Marietta, which is today called Lockheed Martin. And there could not have been a more perfect love or guidance than my parents gave me. They gave me the ethic for hard work, and they gave me the ethic of put everything in God's hands, and everything will work itself out. That being said, those were wonderful blessings. But I can't say enough about my team, who's led in the dealer services by Michael Saman, and my dealer services team. Guys, I want to have you stand up if you would, because you deserve a huge round of applause for everything that you do. I have colleagues and friends that have been supporters and mentors to me through all these years. I have a tremendous technical staff. It's led by a gentleman by the name of Chris Gamache, and he's the one who has developed every bit of technology that we've put into place over the last 19 years. And more importantly than anything, I have a tremendous customer service team that keep our customers happy. And you just don't know how difficult it is in today's world when you're working on the internet and you have a problem to try and call that company to get something done. And I'm just so blessed that we have put a lot of effort into providing that customer service so that we can better serve you. And dealers are not just our customers. Dealers have truly been our partners. We might have an idea to build something and put it out in the industry, but it's been the input and sometimes the criticism and the suggestions and the ideas that our customers gave us to help us improve that product. And we could not provide a good product for the industry without our customer partners. And I can't thank them enough for all the confidence and business they've given us over the last several years. In closing, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. NIADA, I want to say thank you to everyone at FIADA, as we've been long-term members with them, and they've been great supporters. I want to thank all the members. I just want to thank you for this tremendous honor, and I pray that God blesses you the way that He's richly blessed me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan, and congratulations, Mr. Taylor. Well, we're less than 24 hours from another amazing big show at the National Quality Dealer Awards. Going to be another great night in Orlando. Don't forget to join us tomorrow evening for our live broadcast of the National Quality Dealer Awards. You can tell all your friends at home they can actually watch the awards live online at www.niada.tv. That's the show for tonight. Thanks for being here. Good night, everyone.